live with Tao. Nothing is boring, repetitive, or monotonous. You are, and you bring your quality to everything that you do. You are, and you bring your quality to everything that you do. No act in itself is boring, and no act can ever be repetitive in itself. Neither the act is boring nor it is non-boring. It is you who make it boring or non-boring. And the same act can be boredom for you this moment, and next moment it becomes a blissful thing. It depends upon the quality that you bring to the act that you are doing. The same act can be boredom to you this moment, and the next moment it can bring blissful thing to you. Not that the act has changed, your mood has changed. We have to understand what makes something boring, repetitive, or monotonous. It is your mood, the quality that you bring to the act. Once this changes, everything changes. So remember, you are not bored because of repetitive act have to be done. Rather, on the contrary, you are bored. That is why it appears to be repetitive. Your moods are different. For instance, children want to repeat the things. They go on playing the same game again and again. They do not get bored, but you get bored. What are they doing? Same game again and again. They go on asking for the same story. They enjoy it again and again, and they say, "Tell me the same story again." If you have experience with the children, you will know it. What is the matter really in this? You cannot conceive it. It looks stupid, but it is not. They are so alive that nothing is repetitive for them. You are dead, and everything appears to be repetitive for you. They go on repeating the same game. The whole day they go on, and if you stop them, they will scream and they will cry. They will resist you, saying, "Don't destroy our games." And you cannot understand what is going on with them the whole day. It is the quality that you bring to the act that you are doing. Remember, nothing remains the same. Nothing remains the same. Many times you would have observed the people saying the same food again. Same food again. But you never say anything about water, the same water again. You enjoy water. What is the matter? Is the act itself boring, or it is something wrong with your mode of being, your mode of consciousness? Look at it from another angle. Two lovers go on repeating the same act every day. They will kiss, they will hug. They are the same act, and they would like to go on doing that act ad infinitum. Isn't it so? If you give them time, they will go on repeating to the very end of the existence. Looking at two lovers, you will get bored. What are they doing? The same thing every day. And if you give them the whole day, they will go on hugging, loving, embracing, kissing. What are they doing? Lovers have again become like children. That is why love is so innocent. Love is innocent. It makes you child again. You go on doing the same thing in a childlike manner again and again. Introspect. Now they are enjoying the game. They are again children. The whole nonsense of maturity they have thrown in the moments of lovemaking. Are you the CEO of a company and your spouse is also a celebrity? Instead, you both are like children, doing small things. They are playing with each other's body, and to them nothing is repetitive. When you kiss, when the spouse kiss each other or hug one another, it is the same act, but it is not repetitive for them because the moods are different. Does anyone, anytime, as a lover or beloved, you get bored making love? Introspect. You will try to find the opportunity to make love. Each kiss is something absolutely new, unique. It was never so before. And each time, the language, the expression that we do, it will never be the same again. Each moment of love has its own individual existence, and it is non-repetitive. That's why they go on enjoying. Everybody enjoys various things in lovemaking, the three-course lovemaking. The appetizers, main course, and the dessert. The economic law of diminishing returns does not apply to them. In economics, we use a law known as law of diminishing returns. For love, there is no law of diminishing returns. Law of diminishing returns, says that returns go on decreasing as you continue. But law of diminishing return does not apply to love making. Instead, the law of increasing returns apply. That is why economists cannot understand love. Mathematicians cannot understand love. All those who are efficient in calculation cannot understand love because it is absurd. Love denies all laws, all mathematics. The result means the pleasure, the joy goes on increasing. As a professor of economics, I used to teach the law of diminishing returns, again and again when explaining, and I have to explain that law of diminishing returns does not apply when it comes to love. And when as a student I used to ask this question, why the law of diminishing return does not apply to love making, this used to disturb the professors. And when I started teaching, then I had understood why it does not. When anything that you enjoy, you love, the law of diminishing return does not apply. You have favorite food in the market, the street food. You go on enjoying the same food every day. Wherever you are, everywhere there are street foods or fast food which citizens of the country enjoy the most. Same thing every morning. The same person comes every morning to the street vendor for a burger, for the other delicacies, whatever is available in your country or is the favorite dish of those people. Do you get bored every day? You can go on and on enjoying the same thing. Law of diminishing return does not apply to that. You cannot understand economics because the economics is based on certain laws and principles. If the law of any commodity that you have, the law of diminishing return applies everywhere. Two lovers appears to us as if they are repeating the same thing again and again. To them they are not repeating, but to a prostitute, the law of economics will apply. To lovers, the law of diminishing return in love making does not apply, but to a prostitute, the law of economics will apply. Because for her, love is not love. Love is a commodity, something to be sold, something which can be purchased. So if you go and kiss a prostitute, for her it is a boredom, repetition. When the factor of economics comes into somewhere, the money, then things become boredom or repetitive. For a prostitute, a kiss or a hug is repetitive. For lovers, it is not. It all depends upon your attitude, what you put into the particular act. And so if you go and kiss a prostitute, for her it is boredom, repetition, and someday she will say it is nonsense. I am bored. Bored of being kissed and kissed the whole day, and now it has become intolerable. She will say that it is a repetitive act. So this is the way to show you the distinction. For a lover, it is not repetitive. Kissing or hugging or anything of love making is not repetitive. However, for a prostitute, it is repetitive. So really the act itself is not repetitive. It is the quality that you bring to it. It is the awareness that you bring to it. Whatsoever you do, if you love it, if you enjoy it, it will never be repetitive. If you love your doings or whatever you are doing, your acts, there will be no boredom of anything, but you do not love. I go on talking to you every day over the weekend through Live with Tao, and Tao overflows every day, and I can go on ad infinitum. It is not boring for me. It is not repetitive. From eternity to eternity, I can go on talking to you. Communication to communication with your heart is love for me. It is not a repetitive act, otherwise I will get bored. And it has been decades now that I have been that these sessions Live with Tao and Tao overflows continues every day. There is no boredom. I have heard small children went with their father and mother to the church one Sunday morning, and then the next and the next following. On the third Sunday, this little child asked the father, the God must be getting bored because there are same faces every day in the church. For 3 Sundays, we have been coming here, the same faces, the same crowd. The God must be bored seeing them coming up again and again every Sunday. But God is not bored. The whole existence has been repeating continuously. It looks like repetition to us, but there is a being, a total being, something like a God. He is not bored. If he is bored, there is no need to continue. He can stop. He can say no more. He can say finished. But he is not bored. What is the reason? He loves. He loves whatsoever is happening in his love. He is a creator. He is a worker. He creates something. He sustains it, maintains it, and then destroys it. He is a creator, not a worker, not a laborer. A creator means one who creates something. When you are creating something, do you get bored? Whether it is Albert Einstein or anybody else, they go on creating things one after the other. Creativity itself is an act which one enjoys. A Picasso is not bored. He is a creator. If your act becomes an act of creation, whatsoever you are doing, you are cooking food, let it be your creation. You are singing songs, let it be an act of creation. Let it be an expression of your creativity. You will not be bored at all. And your act becomes a creation if you love it. If you are going to sing on the stage like a prostitute, you will get bored. Same audience, same way of clapping, and all these things, these are all repetitive and becomes boring after some time. If you enjoy everything, then you will continue to, you can make any act whatsoever you are given the opportunity. For me, it is the same act. Every day going on the same road, the same route I take, reach to the store, same routine work, open this, but each time it is an act. The moment it has become an act of creativity, enjoys going to the office, sitting down, bell rings, door opens, a customer comes in, you are meeting and talking to the customer, telling them how to use these recipes or what ingredients are necessary for this. But each person is different. And even if the same person comes, he asks, he has gained the confidence that by talking to me, he get insights into the cooking. So he comes back. Next time he asks for something else, and then he experiments it. So you can make every act an act of creativity. Then you will find there is nothing boring, nothing repetitive, nothing monotonous. A Picasso is not bored because he is a creator. If your act becomes an act of creation, you will not be bored. And your act becomes if your act becomes creation, and your act can become an act of creation once you love it. If you are doing the work for money as a prostitute does, then you will get bored. Workers get bored because they do not put their creativity into it. You are working in a place, you are getting a money for that, and you do not put your creativity into it. Not even an iota of creativity is seen in the work, because you are going to get the money and that's all. But the basic difficulty is that you cannot love whatsoever you do because you hate yourself. That is the problem. So whatsoever you do, you naturally begin to hate it, because basically your hate is for yourself. Enough for this moment. We'll continue.